Here's another short clip from the call I had with Grant where he talks about scholarships. At some point, I'll have a link down below to the full uncut call. My name is Najif, and I'm a professional ranger. Like all of you, I crash landed here in Illuvium with nothing. Join me on my journey as I capture and train Illuvials as I battle my way to the top. You're watching Najif Plays Journey Through Illuvium. Let's watch the clip, and I'll give you my thoughts on what Grant had to say.
It's going to be crazy, man. The people who are the best in the game are going to have, like, managers letting them use their Leviathan accounts.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, buying the best players in the world and then also using guilds to give them the best characters.
Yeah, so I got a question on that while you bring that up. Like, I've been like a manager for Axie, and that's how I kind of figured out the whole scholarship thing. If you need to connect your wallet to get into this game, how would you use a scholar? Because in Axie, you can just give them a username and password, and they can just log in.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming we would do.
Well, I messaged Kieran, and he said it's going to require a wallet connection.
Well, you could have a wallet specifically for the game account that just holds the NFTs.
Yeah, but then you'd have to give them the seed phrase to open it up and use it.
I haven't thought about that, to be totally honest, but I'm sure there's solutions to it.
Yeah, I tried to, ask Kieran. I know you guys are all busy, but...
Yeah, we're just too busy.
But yeah, because I don't know if you've seen the YouTube videos I've made about scholarships, but I have, like, a vision of how I'd want to do them. But if you can't just give a scholar a username and password, then I don't know how it's going to work.
Well, I guess we'll just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Same as everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, scholarships were never intended. It's just, I only bring that up because, from the ground up, scholarships were something that Kieran was against.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
So fundamentally.
I think it's actually, good as a whole. Especially for a game like Illuvium. Like, Axie was I just made a bunch of scholars, threw things in their accounts, and just let them play. But I could imagine having, like, one or two scholars where I'm working with closely. They're out in the overworld catching Illuvials, and then I can take what I want to use for my team and then leave Illuvials in their account for them to build up. Some closing thoughts. So Illuvium was not designed with scholarships in mind, and as a matter of fact, Kieran originally was opposed to having scholarships. I think as time went on, Kieran and the rest of the team realized that scholarships will be part of the game, whether they want it or not, so they might as well embrace it. But we still don't know to what extent. I did have a short exchange with Kieran where he said scholarships will be possible. So now it's whether it's going to be built into the game or it's going to be something done manually, like in Axie Infinity. So there seems to be two different ways scholarships could work. One would be simply lending your Illuvials to a scholar. And this could be something easily built into the game. Put in an Ethereum address for the scholar, and they can use those Illuvials for ranked gameplay and survival mode, or to go out in the overworld. Now where things get interesting is what Grant said about the Leviathan Arena. There are going to be some big whales out there with a lot of money invested into this game who don't want to take the time to learn it. Or maybe they're just not into playing games. But they're going to find a scholar who might be putting a lot of time and effort into the game to get really good, but doesn't have the funds to compete at the highest level. So Whale could have a scholar use their account with Illuvials that are top-notch, best of the best, in the Leviathan Arena, where they could be winning large amounts of money. And the scholar will obviously get a cut of that. So there is a path to making a lot of money in this game, even if you don't have any capital to invest yourself, just by being good at it. Another way scholarships could work is if a manager can just simply fund an account with fuel and shards, so the scholar can go out into the overworld, catch Illuvials, and build up an account just like anybody else. The manager will just have access to the account so they can go in and extract value whenever they'd like. And they would just pay out the scholar based on time in the game and earned ILV. So how will it all work? One thing I'm hoping is that it'll be similar to Axie Infinity, where you can make an account, have a username and password, and you'll have your MetaMask wallet attached to it, but you can still play the game with just the username and password. So the manager will be able to log in with their wallet and make on-chain transactions transactions while the scholar can log in and play the game. Another way it could work is a built-in lending program within the game, similar to what Fancy Birds is doing right now, where within the game, you're going to put the public wallet address to a scholar, and this will allow that scholar to have access to whichever alluvials you allow them to. As you can see, things are still a little unclear, but as Grant just said in this video, we're just going to have to figure it out, and we will figure it out. And when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Because remember, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Make sure you click that subscribe button and check out this video I've highlighted here if you haven't seen it already. I highly recommend it. I'm also on Instagram, posting more content about Illuvium, Fancy Birds, Axie Infinity, and more. So go give that a follow. You can find all these links below. Thanks again.